Hello. I have very high grade. They prosecute my investigation until I gambit is good. Do not see yourself out. It's peak. How is everybody? Can I get an audio check, please? I have a cough drop in my mouth, so I sound funny, that's why. Hi, Lucy. Can you guys hear her purr? Audio seems good? Okay. Thank you. She wants my cough drop. Come hither, child. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm in here. Okay. It's snowing super hard. Where I am, fear. Stay safe. Does she try to eat human food? Yeah. She ate some crepes today. Because our dad made some. And she was like, ooh, what if I just... And then she bit through like 3 of them. Yeah. She got in trouble for that. She also... I gave her a shrimp. She liked that. She's licked banana and cheese off of my dad's hands. Yeah, as long as she doesn't want to eat plastic. So far, that's not happened, I think. Sorry, I'm killing time because cough drop. But yeah. You like putting things in your mouth, huh? Things that you should not. But she's afraid of blueberries. I tried to give her a blueberry, because apparently it's okay for cats to eat blueberries, and she punched it and ran away. Yeah, it was a really small blueberry too, so I don't know what she was afraid of, but... No blueberries for Lucy. Alright, let's see. We're about Legacy, let's go. We should get a cutscene, so... Oh wait, I still have to voice cutscenes. I forgot. It's fine. Your 3 p.m. cake extravaganza. Thank you for the hydrated stretch kimono. What shall we make today, kids?
And duties, bake and bow.
Peak. Macarons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All that sweetness waiting for you. The oven's got something special to share. Ping. Now, let's see what we've got for you. I missed part of the dialogue. That went really, really fast. It's cooking time. Are you ready to make something special together? You're back from Scotland? Welcome back. How was your trip? Wow. Talk about a blast from the past. Hey, Gregory. I'm going back there tomorrow. Your boy. Finally going to find out what happened 18 years ago. Let Edgy bake? Let him cook, guys. Let him cook. It was fun, but a little weird. Why was it weird? Zodiac Hall Fountain Room. Well, Thunder, are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an art gallery of all places? Hey, you had nothing going on? Seemed like the perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of star sign stuff together. He's a star sign girly? Slay. I'm leaving. Chill, big guy. I'm just joking. You know about the IS-7 incident, yeah? Your old man's last case? Of course. Von Karma took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became a prosecutor. And I reviewed them again last night after your invite. See? Did you see Sheep Kimono? Ooh, yeah, did you see Sheep? I was also present at the trial all those years ago, although my memories of it are somewhat hazy. As a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. To Scotland for my dad's second marriage, but the party was super fun, and I got to see a lot of people I've not seen in a long time. Nice, nice. Why he cut, right? Right? You should see him with the hat. We're gonna see him with the hat soon. It's good. It's good. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law. And opposite him... My man! My man! Many sheep were seen on the train to Scotland. I spent 15 hours on a train between Friday and Sunday. That's a lot of time to spend on a train. That's crazy. Yeah, big pain. And the man who would become my mentor, Manfred von Karma. It was quite a case. However, it ended with the conviction of the accused. Ah, so you were there too. You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing. Von Karma, boo! No, my man! Well, that'll make explaining things easier. I wanted you to know something, see? That something being what really went down. Not the truth in those files, but the capital T truth. Also, I'll hydrate after I finish my cough drop, but I did stretch. I don't know if you guys heard my bones cracking, but that was... yeah. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. Buildings were covered with a blanket of snow. It looked like the streets were lined with popsicles. But things weren't so innocent behind those frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. This was back before yours truly was the fine figure of an attorney you see before you today. He's so cute, look at him. Ready for one of my favorite CGs, let's go. 18 years ago. 15 hours in the US gets me through like 5 states, that's a slow train. That's fair. Look! Ah! Look at them! Hey, Mr. E! This one really came out of the blue, huh? It did. We were called in before the ink on the arrest papers was even dry. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. I'm here visiting a client with my assistant, Eddie Fender. A murder on Christmas Eve? What's the world coming to? In the dark of the night, at the end of the day, I saw 2 timely saviors a-comin' my way. Had to go to Edinburgh, the capital, then go from there. I also had layovers for a bit. It was broken up over 3 trains. Oh, dang. That sounds so painful. I'm glad you made it. Welcome, my friends, to the visitor's room. And if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we will be soon. Yes, Daddy Edgeworth. Welcome in, Epic Pikachu. How are you? Oh, look at the guard. Why did Cake Man kill someone? Why indeed? Whoa! Talk about an entrance! I was not expecting that. Neither was I. The jazz hands, they're so good. My man was excited. Read a good book, so I did well. Hope you and Gray and Avery and Pero and Lucy are doing well. Thank you! Lucy's doing well. She's on my lap right now. I'm also doing well. I assume Avery's doing well, but if she's not, she can say so. And Pero's at school. But she'll be coming back this weekend. It's finals week. Yeah, finals week for Pero. I do not miss finals week. Doing okay, just tired? Oh no. Hopefully you can get some rest. I feel like there's another sibling, but I forgot the name. There's actually 2 more. I have a brother and then a youngest sister. But I don't think I've ever called them anything besides that. I turned old yesterday, so I'm doing good. Did you do anything special for your birthday? Everybody say happy birthday to Gray, by the way. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm just so happy to see you both. Finals week, I hate it every year. Exactly. It's not great. Thanks so much for coming out. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. My man is chiseled, holy. I got a 3-foot fish plushie for your birthday? Show! Wait, I wanna see! Sorry, I like lowered my chair so that Lucy doesn't bonk her head on my desk when I shove my legs under. Yes, hug it and cherish it, so true. I'll send it in the Discord. Hold on, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Hold on, guys. I must see big fish. I'm almost done with my cough drop, guys. That took forever. Okay. I have hydrated. Oh my, that's beautiful. It's amazing. What a guy. What's its name? Leonard? Very good. Apparently Discord hates me and doesn't want me to type, so I will comment on it later, but very good. Okay. You're the accused, I take it. I am. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law at your service. You can slap a lot of fools with Leonard. This is true. Gentlemen. Edgeworth & Co. Law Officer Senior Partner Gregory Edgeworth. I look forward to representing you. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Pleased to meet you, sir. I'll do, everything I can to help. You say Leonard in a unique way, do I? Is it Leonard? How do you pronounce? I'm sorry, Edward Fend- I say the other thing you just said, like Leonard. Yeah? That's fair. Leonard is kind of good too, though. However it is, maybe it's both. He could be Leonard Leonard or Leonard Leonard, you know? The middle name. Come now, Edward. Calm down, please. You'll have to forgive him. He's still new to this. All I'm saying is middle names, they exist. I pronounce it Leonard if it's Leonardo. Yeah. He's been helping me out part-time. He's far from fully fledged lawyer material yet. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be of some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it is an honor to meet you both. Tomato, tomato, exactly. Aries' American accent is showing, so true. So true! It's also probably a Korean thing, too. Because I've never heard a Korean person pronounce Leonard. Point at the American runs away. That's crazy. That's crazy. My job as a defense attorney is to save my clients from wrongful convictions. So the first thing to do is establish whether or not he is truly innocent. I'm not in the States, what do you mean? But the emoji is pointing towards your username. That's all I'm saying. I too have never heard a Korean say Leonard. I feel like I've heard them say Leonardo. So that's probably my only point of reference. No! I've only met one other Korean to my knowledge. Oh, really? Huh. There's not too many where you are. Talking in an IRL sense. Yeah. That makes sense. Hold on, my model is, like, looking down. Let me see if I can fix this. Aha. Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little about yourself. I met Korean Americans and that's it. Yeah, that's fair. Technically, that's what I am, so. What am I thinking? I haven't even told you my name. I'm Samson Tangaroa. I'm gonna have to get used to that one. There were a lot of Southeast Asian people, including Koreans, when I was in West London, but now I've moved away from that area. Oh, I see. Ooh, it really is you! Samson Tangaroa, the world's greatest confectioner! You flatter me, my young friend. And call me Samson. All my pals do. Wow! Thanks, Samson, I will! I can't believe I'm meeting you in person! Look at my mans. You got crazy bone structure, that's why I'm saying. It seems Eddie knows something of our client. Mr. E! Mr. E! It's the Samson Tangaroa, the singing, dancing, confectionery making sensation! What shall we make today, kids? Macarons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All that sweetness waiting for you. Look there, what where? Over there. The oven's got something special to share. Ping. Now, let's see what we've got. For you! They're so cute. I love that he has a cummerbund on. What's a cummerbund? Not to know what this article of clothing is. I'm Googling. Oh, the thing on his waist? Our man is classy. Yes, annyeonghaseyo, kimono. Jazz hands. Little waist thing on a tux. I see, I see. Does. He's fancy. Fancy chef. I almost started dancing along. You wore one? At the wedding? A fancy pic of you? Ayo? No way! I gotta sing with Samson Tangaroa! This is a dream come true! Thanks, little pal. It means a lot to hear you say that. Let me know when you send it. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand. Of course. I'm sure you're both very busy. Alright, where would you like me to start? Samson Tangaroa. So you're not just a confectioner, but also a singer and a dancer. I sure am. When I'm having fun, my body just starts moving. You wear them with dinner jackets or tuxes, but they're not frequently used anymore unless you're super fancy? Well, you know, he could be super fancy. You must really enjoy making desserts. Haha, wouldn't be much of a confectioner if I didn't. You can't see the cummerbund in this pic, but I did wear one. Wow, very dapper. Look at that. Very good. He is a TV personality murderer. This is true. This is true. I live to make sweets that will bring joy to others. Hey, they're not just things, they're works of art. Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations. The stuff that dreams are made of. So he aims to create joyous and inspirational pieces, does he? I understand that the incident in question happened at your mansion. It did. We were holding an international confectionery contest there when... I look like James Bond? Isn't that a good thing? Kimono are you, Tangaroa? A body was found inside one of my creations. Sadly, no. Very unfortunate. Oh! Great, it's a ship. What kind of ship? I need your expertise. Inside one of your... No way! They are dead. Very dead. But boat. The detective in charge placed me under arrest because of it. And now, here I am. A ghost ship because the person is dead. But was the person on the ship? Or were they just rammed by the ship? But I could never take a life. Never. I'm sure the police will see that too in time. They'll realize their mistake. I sure hope so. Why does Tangaroa look like Chad from Bleach? Does he? Wait. The resemblance is kinda there. Yummy, dead body. And what can you tell us about the victim? His name is Artie Frost. He was taking part in the contest. Why he look like that? Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations were things of real beauty. Don't eat the dead body, but why not? I just don't understand. Why did he have to die? It's because people die when they are killed, buddy. I'm sorry. He seems genuinely upset over the victim's death. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tangaroa, there's just one last thing I need to confirm with you. I'm locking in because there are no sales on the floor mask, so it knocks out a bunch of options. I think we'll get a closer look at it later. But yes, we will find out. A body has been discovered! A trial will be held shortly. Go investigate. Ooh, boo, 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 boo. I ate it! That's crazy. Avery ate the body, guys. The evidence, gone. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Correct! I swear to you that I didn't do it. Like I told you, I could never take a life. Never. He seems quite sincere. Right? I'm going to take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise, it is good to talk to somebody other than those detectives. We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Goodbye, Gregory. Goodbye, Eddie. I'm counting on you both. Let's go. It's pretty cold out there, huh, Mr. E? I never saw so much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it'll be letting up anytime soon. But just look at this place. What a sweet house Samson's got. It's huge. I'd say a caravel, but that ship was shaped more like a galleon. Maybe the close-up will give us a better look at things. Yes, big enough to hold an international confectionery contest, no less. I assume she's talking? Welcome, welcome, everyone! Come on in, we'll have us some fun! Oh no! Why he smirking like that? Hello, Gregory? Are you alright? I'm sorry. Would you happen to be Mr. Gregory Edgeworth by any chance? Grizzly. He does have Riz, though. He does. I would. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Eddie Fender, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. He looks so bald without the hat. Do not take it off. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, welcome to our humble abode. Judy Bound, it's an honor to meet you both. I'm the housekeeper here, and Mr. Tangaroa's assistant. You're no housekeeper! You're Judy Bound! The Judy Bound! Bald, bald, bald he is! Is that cheese in the shape of a moon on the table? It might be. Hello? They didn't mean me! You know a little something of my work? No pointing and laughing! Screams. A little! I watch you on TV every chance I get! My eyes! Exactly. Not the shave. Not the bald stare. Don't perceive. I'm Bacon Bop's biggest fan! It's very kind of you to say so. We'd be nothing without our fans. And what might Bacon Bop be? Ro does not know. It's only the biggest show on TV! Every kid on the planet loves it! How old are you? How, is he 18? 18. 39, 38. I need Gregory to Bacon Bop, he better. He better. The dynamic duo of Samson and Judy make delicious sweet stuff, all while singing and dancing. Like this, check it out. Here we go again. What shall we make today, kids? Cookie dough, caramel too, fluffy shoe cream, tiramisu. Everyone, come along. Bacon treats with a smile and a song. There, it's true! The oven's got something special for you! Bing! Just take a bite and you will see! I love them. They're so good. They're so good. Alright, what did that say? I missed it again. There, ooh! Where, who? Okay. That was a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo! Heh I dance along every time I watch the show. Insert jazz hands, yes. It hurts me that Gregory didn't jazz hands. Perhaps Miles might enjoy it too. I'll suggest it later. Ah! Cute! He did! Wait, he did? I missed it? I missed it? Screams. But all this dancing really takes it out of a guy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea. Oh, I think the moon might be like some kind of tableware. Like a teapot or something, mayhaps. They're so cutesy. I love them. I hope Edgy does jazz hands. He better. Ah, this is Ceylon, correct? It's delicious. Gregory and Edgy father-son moment of doing jazz hands. Please. Please! Except Gregory dies during this, like, case. Technically the trial, which we won't see, but, DL6, guys. DL6. Its citrus aroma is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall. Interesting. So this is what Ceylon tea tastes like, huh? How odd. The saucer's cold. Yes, it's so that the tea cools down more quickly, I'm afraid. Some of our guests don't like it too hot. I see. These teacups are very unique, too. The design is really something. You think so? Thank you so much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorite. They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Halik. Have you heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware in the world. Clearly a big fan of his work. Oh, I am. These teacups are my greatest treasure. She's certainly not afraid to show when she's passionate about something. If you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to move on to the reason we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the unfortunate incident that's occurred earlier? Of course. I'm so sorry for getting distracted. I guess I'm still in shock. Because I'm the one who found the body, you see. You discovered the victim. Is it true that the body was recovered from inside one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations? It is. We were in the middle of the contest's final judgment phase when I heard the sound of something big collapsing coming from Samson's room. Samson? Are you in here? Ah! I opened the door and went inside, and there was Mr. Frost's body. Thank you. I'm sorry to make you relive such a traumatic experience. Think nothing of it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you. Now, if you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you have to save Samson. He's no murderer. He could never do something like that. Of course. Leave it to us, Miss Bound. Thank you so much. I'll go serve the others their tea then. Come, Eddie, to the scene of the crime. Yes, sir, Mr. E. There it is. Alright, Gray, do you need a screenshot? Contest venue, Tangaroa's room. Hurrah! No way! Everything in this room's made of chocolate. I can't believe I'm getting to see so many of Samson's creations this up close and personal. Got it. Let's go. I'm counting on you. I'd be more excited myself if the room wasn't a murder scene. Ugh, just hearing you say that sends a shiver down my spine. That might just be the temperature in here. It's rather cold. Yeah, now that you mention it, it is pretty chill. Achoo! Oh! His hair is all black! Look at him! Oh, my guy! My beloved. Fans on the scene already. That was fast. A pleasure to meet you. Gregory Edgeworth. I'm representing Mr. Tangaroa. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Nice to meet you! Bad. Detective Tyrell Bad. The detective in charge is named Bad, a man of few words. Nom 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 nom. What a guy. Something about this just doesn't taste right. You're eating your notepaper. He likes to chew over his thoughts, rather literally, I'm afraid. It helps him digest and remember them. It's a little quirk of his. Please try to ignore it. Although I'd be the first to admit that it's easier said than done. With introductions out of the way, Detective Bad, would you mind if we joined you in investigating the scene? Sorry, not gonna happen. What? How come? Mr. Edgeworth is Mr. Tangaroa's attorney! Yeah, and attorneys will do anything to get him off the hook. Even put words in their clients' mouths. Nom 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 nom. Eat the paper. Yummy. Think I need that on my crime scene? Mr. Edgeworth would never do something like that! I don't trust attorneys. Okay, kid? Rude. He is. Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt based on an investigation of the crime scene, correct? That's usually how it works, yeah? What of it? Then extend me the same courtesy. I believe he is innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it. You believe he's innocent, and you didn't even see the scene yet. That's some flimsy lawyering. A galleon, but with no foremast sail. It's a Spanish ship that was used for war, but later trading in 15th to 17th century. Let's go! Thank you, Gray, for the research. You deserve this. Love that. That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. I need to ensure that my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning. You about to tell me you're not leaving until I let you look over the scene? I am. Fine. Knock yourselves out. Thank you, Detective. He's so cute. But I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. You're good with that, go ahead and get to it. That was a lollipop this whole time! I must admit, I didn't see that coming either. Don't judge him! Better get started then. I'll need you to take notes, Eddie. On it, Mr. E! Let's get this over with. Alright. Peep the ship! So this is where the body was discovered? Yeah. They took it away already, but everything else is just how we found it. Bro really thought he could hide a body in a treasure chest, but X marks the spot. So true. It's like the first place to look. It appears the body was inside the treasure chest. Yeah, a woman by the name of Bound found it. Crunch. Samson, are you in here?
Ooh, poo, 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 poo. A body was discovered!
Ah! Seems she heard something breaking and came in to see what it was. What was the sound Bound heard coming from Tangaroa's room? Only we had just a little more information. There's something else in here. It looks like a seal of some kind, with somebody's initials and an intricate shape carved into it.
Is it for making those fancy wax things on documents? Do you think it belonged to the victim?
No idea, but it's gotta get logged anyway, so I'll take that. A seal that was found near the body when it was discovered. What could the design signify? It's really rather impressive, making an entire ship out of chocolate.
That's Samson Tangaroa for you. Don't you just want to take a big bite out of it? Which part to bite first, though? That's the real head-scratcher, you know?
Bite any part of it, kid, and you'll be off this crime scene so fast your head'll spin.
Hey, it was just a joke! Stop staring at me like that!
I do sometimes wish Eddie could keep his cool a little better.
Eat the ship.
One of the stands for the ship is broken.
The ship collapsed because one of its stands broke. The ship must have collapsed onto the treasure chest and smashed it open. Wait! Do you think... Could that be how the victim died? Was he crushed by the ship? If he was, this becomes an accidental death, and not a murder. You too serious? Don't worry, Detective. For the moment, we're simply discussing a possibility. I was being serious, though.
Voyage of the Red Rover.
Was the Red Rover an actual ship? Detective, can you tell us a little more about the state of the victim's body? Let me see. Got a picture here someplace. You can see for yourselves. Death was from blunt force trauma. The victim was struck and killed with some kind of blunt object. It was a Confederate steamship? Huh? Incorrect game! Look at this photograph! I'm looking. What about the weapon? Has it been found yet? You can ask the prosecutor in charge about that. The detective's not one for sharing much, I see.
He's not Gumshoe.
Would you mind if we borrowed this?
No skin off my nose. It's not like it's official. Bound took it with an instant camera when she found the body. An instant camera? Like, it's disposable or something?
No, it means that it develops the picture right there and then when you take them.
No way! Sounds pretty convenient.
Now then, I'd better get my facts straight and take some notes of my own.
Hashtag not my Gumshoe, true. Also, a Polaroid? Was she carrying a Polaroid and took a picture of a dead body with a Polaroid?
There's something in this picture that contradicts with the current crime scene. I'll need to call on my powers of deduction to figure out why.
Notes about the crime scene, the police have taken custody of the body.
The stand broke, and the ship collapsed with it. And the loud sound it made brought Miss Bound running.
Yeah, said the ship had already keeled over by the time she got in here.
But why did the stand collapse? What caused it to break?
Why did the chocolate stand supporting the ship break? Maybe the whole thing was off balance from the get-go.
Could that really have been the case?
There's no blood! Oh, no. No, stop! I wanted to deduce! Deduce. No bloodstain.
Eureka!
Why does he sound like that?
You said the only thing that had been removed from the scene is the body.
Yeah, that and the piece of cloth it was wrapped in.
Then something here doesn't quite add up.
Doesn't.
Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should have been here is clearly missing.
You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they'd remove the blood along with the body. Let me check with forensics. What is it, Mr. E? What'd you figure out?
Compare the treasure chest in the photograph to the real thing.
I thought he'd had a deeper voice. That's what I thought, too.
In the picture, the solid chocolate bottom continues underneath the deceased's head. And yet, that part of the chest is now gone.
The part with the blood all over it.
Exactly. So did the police remove it? Or perhaps the killer?
But it had to have been removed after Judy found the body. It wasn't forensics. They're saying nobody took anything like that away.
Interesting. So somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene.
Could be. The police have taken a okay.
This is a fine selection of nautical paraphernalia. I think one of them could be a murder weapon. No, they're all made of chocolate. You'd have a hard time bludgeoning somebody to death with one of them.
Judy's been oddly unconcerned her co-host McMurdered someone. This is true! Can't tell what's real in here.
They really do look genuine. I can hardly tell the difference myself. A true testament to Mr. Tangaroa's skills.
But yet he does not research his ships.
And you are? Sorry. Meditating. Did you want something, detective? Oh, I'm an attorney, not a detective. Gregory Edgeworth. A pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, to have a whole room be ship-themed, right? And I'm his assistant, Eddie Fender.
I see. Name's Carmelo Gusto. I'm a confectioner, here for the contest.
You are? What's your specialty, Mr. Gusto? Look at him go.
Cute! The art of air and sugar.
No way! Look at that! It's a little baby seahorse!
It's a dragon. A noble, soaring creature of the skies.
That's a dragon?
It does look more aquatic than airborne. No need to sugarcoat it. My design sense is weak. I know that better than anybody. That's why I'm heading to Zhongfa when this is all over. I need to train. Hard.
Is it Pipette or Pipette?
Perhaps we should get off the subject of his design sense for now. So what are you doing in here, Mr. Gusto? I didn't think they were allowing civilians on the scene yet. Detective wanted to know more about one of the pieces in here. Makes sense, seeing as he's a contestant. Perhaps I should ask him a few questions of my own.
I feel like I hear both, but I say the latter. Okay. The dragon in Fruits Basket transformed into a seahorse, so it counts. This is true! He made Hattori! I think that's his name, right?
Those are some interesting implements you use, Mr. Gusto.
Chicken!
Sugar-blowing pumps. They put air into the sugar.
Yeah, Hattori, let's go. I remember. They're so cool! It's like watching a sword master do his thing! Chimkin, look at him.
I'm no master. Not a day goes by that I don't hurt myself one way or another. That's why I wear red. That way it doesn't matter when I make a mess.
Sir, you are blowing air into sugar. How are you bleeding?
The way of the confectioner is a lonely one. You never stop learning. Not until you die.
Yeah, what? Yeah, huh?
The way of the confectioner sounds like a long one, too, if he's still injuring himself on a daily basis.
Kitchen Ronin real.
What can you tell us about the contest? Based on what we've seen so far, flavor doesn't seem to be the only criteria at play. The contest was Tangaroa's idea. It's about art. Confectionery is art.
Confectionery as art.
Art you can eat. Every part of it. Every single item in this room is edible.
The whole place does kind of smell like chocolate.
Tangaroa is a genius. A once-in-a-generation talent. Flavor and flair. He has it all.
I love eating plates. Eat the floor.
If you can't outdo the god of confections himself, you can't win.
I don't know, man. Beating out the greatest in the world seems kind of hard, yeah?
As it should be. Whoever beats him becomes the greatest in turn. That's the real prize here. Nothing else matters. So you're competing for a title, effectively. And treasure. The ultimate cookbook. Tangaroa's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down here. It's the list of rules that was given out to the contestants.
Contest rules. Let's peep the rules. Prizes, the ultimate cookbook, the title of the world's greatest confectioner. Rules. 1. Judging will proceed clockwise from the leftmost room. All contestants to gather in Mr. Tangaroa's room when the judging ends. 2. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decorations. Stands and display materials will be provided. 3. Contestants may not enter another contestant's room until judging has been completed.
Sorry, I don't know much about what happened. I only heard about it after the judging was over. How was the judging organized? It started at 3 p.m. Tangaroa began making the rounds right around then. He left his own room, then worked his way around the venue clockwise.
Gusto's room, elevator, Scone's room, Frost's room. Is his cravat thing in the shape of an icing bag? I think it is! The little piping bag, it's so cute.
My creations were the first to be judged. night, he went to Scone's room. She's another one of the contestants. What can you tell us about her? Ruthless. Brutal. There's nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with Cream, some kind of dreamscape. Then, last of all, Frost's room. His thing was flavored ice. Sculptures this time, or so I heard. Bound found the body. Oh, Bound found the body, while Tangaroa was still making the rounds. She panicked, ran to call the cops. Tangaroa went right on judging. Claims he didn't know a thing about it, until afterward. Went ahead and looked over the victim's work, even though the guy was nowhere to be seen. Pretty suspicious behavior in anyone's book. I don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet. By the way, Detective Bad, what were you and Mr. Gusto talking about earlier? I was going to ask about the piece on the wall here, the one in the frame. Seemed like something was off. Gee, I wonder. Thought I'd better ask somebody who knows about this stuff. But then you bozos showed up and pulled me away from my very important work. Perhaps we can take a closer look at it together.
Can't take a hint, can you?
Mr. Gusto, would you mind helping us out?
Of course. Confectionery is my life. The candle has no flame, so true. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
A candelabra, made of chocolate. There's a title here, The Light of Life.
Well, this particular light seems to be missing one of its life-giving flames. Does it have some sort of symbolic meaning? Or could it be...
Who knew you could make a picture this pretty out of chocolate? Samson really is a god among men.
Is it really made of chocolate, though? It looks far too much like a regular illustration to me.
Have a good eye. I'm impressed. That's no piece of candy. That's the ultimate cookbook.
The ultimate cookbook. In other words, the grand prize.
What? So it's not made of chocolate after all?
No, the book is simply enframed in some. Tangaroa showed it to all of us when he gathered us here to explain the rules. So the participants knew that the grand prize was in this room the whole time.
Anyway, you see it too, right? A frame. Something's missing.
Ah, the oddity Detective Bat was going to ask Mr. Gusto about earlier. Yes. You're right, Detective. Something is missing from this frame.
So it's not just me. Huh? What's missing?
I'd better show Eddie which part of the frame is missing some chocolate.
It's the part that I clicked.
Look at the decorative work in the corner here. Something's missing, no?
Oh yeah, it's different from the other side.
That's not like Tangaroa. The balance is all wrong.
But that's not all. Take a look around. Every confection in this room is missing some small bit. You're right! The candle holder, the nautical stuff, they're all like that. Did somebody deliberately damage them? Tangaroa's creations have been tampered with in several places.
It's a very good question.
Or did Tangaroa just want it to look like somebody messed with his work? He'd never do that to his own creations! Never!
Could this have some deeper meaning for the case? Scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
This.
Are these finger marks?
Yeah, but we don't know whose yet. Still haven't figured it out. No fingerprints, no ID.
Finger marks without prints. They certainly could be important to the case.
Someone left finger marks on the chocolate frame but didn't leave any prints. It's a real head-scratcher, all right.
Not really. I'm guessing whoever it was wore gloves.
Oh, where's your sense of romance, of adventure?
There doesn't tend to be much of either at a crime scene, Eddie. Are you alright, Eddie?
Yeah, but it sure is chilly in here.
Yes, it wasn't exactly warm out in the fountain room either. But it's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket?
No, I'm fine. And besides, you said you'd give it to me when I finally got my attorney's badge. Oh,
I did, didn't I?
Why do they have the heat down so low?
Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Take a look behind that panel on the wall.
What panel? Look at that! It was here the whole time!
There's one in each of the contestants' rooms. Tangaroa hid them so they wouldn't spoil the aesthetic of our works.
Why is the guard just staring at the water fountain? Bro found something in there and he's really interested.
And what do the controls do? They adjust the temperature and the lighting. It's all the way down to negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit, cold enough to keep any confectionery from melting. So in effect, each room is a giant freezer.
Thermsty, yeah. I mean, hey, if everything in the room is edible, that means the water is drinkable too, right? It's 59 degrees in here! No wonder I'm cold! Hey, Detective Bad, you, mind if we turn it up a little?
Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work.
He only said edible, the water is poison! The guard is gonna collapse and die. But I'm not a detective!
The same goes for attorneys, Eddie. You must never disturb the scene of the crime. Get used to the cold. It's all part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept between 59 and 65 degrees. There's no way around it.
Know the temperatures by heart, huh?
Yes, it is your job. It's the very least I should know. A real confectioner should be able to tell you that and more.
Alright, what about lollipops and cream?
If it's not too hot or too humid, a lollipop should be fine just about anywhere. Cream needs to be kept at around 50 degrees.
Need to watch out for heat and humidity, huh? Newly noted. The inside of your mouth is wet, sir. Warm and wet. Detective Bad kind of brightened up when he was talking about lollipops, didn't he?
I suppose you must be very fond of them. Don't believe there's any more to be found here. These controls can be used to adjust the room's temperature and lighting.
Red, yellow, green, dark blue, light blue, white. That's a huge range.
Temperature is set to 59 degrees. Light color set to white. The pieces in here are made of chocolate. That's why. White light makes them look better. Mr. Tangaroa must see the room itself as part of his carefully crafted creations.
Interesting.
There's some very tasteful tableware here, along with some kitchen utensils. This tea set is of the same design as the one Miss Bounds served us with earlier.
You think Samson could have been drinking tea out of that?
The pot and the cup were destined for Prince. His were the only ones they found. And was that the case for the utensils too? Everything else had been washed, so there weren't any prints to find. And if Mr. Tangaroa was wearing gloves while he was working on his confectionaries,
we hope he was.
That could explain why prints were only found on the teapot and the cup.
A Pulhalik piece with Tangaroa's fingerprints on it. Okay, buddy, why you peep in the water?
What are you investigating, officer?
Sir, I was just taking the temperature of the water here.
And what do you learn?
Oh, it's warm, sir. The stream in each room flows into the main fountain, and then the water circulated back into the rooms.
Unusual, to say the least. I've never seen a house quite like this one.
Rich folks, they're all crazy. Okay. How's it looking over here, officer? Nothing of interest in that cupboard, or...? Yes, sir. So, there is. Oh, no, there isn't. Just a blowtorch used for cooking and some tableware, sir. You heard the man, Mr. Attorney. Nothing to add, am I right? No. So, you do have something to add. Oh, no. Can't get a straight answer out of anybody.
Perhaps you should ask a straight question.
Okay.
All of Mr. Tangaroa's creations are missing a little piece each, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out.
Do you think it could have been the killer?
It's certainly a possibility. Either way, I think we can safely say the stand was damaged in our mystery person's tampering spree.
Have the hiccups!
And when it broke, the ship fell and smashed open the treasure chest, which would have remained closed otherwise. Yippee! I think we're about done here for now. Well, if I wasn't convinced before, I am now. Tangaroa did it. No two ways about it. What do you mean? All the rooms in this place locked from the inside. The way to unlock them from the outside is with this key. I see. And who had access to that key? Who do you think? Tangaroa. And it's the only one. There aren't any copies. The one and only key that unlocks every door in the mansion. Tangaroa was in possession of it the entire time. With the mansion's key, Tangaroa could slip into anybody else's room anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted. But Mr. Tangaroa's room wasn't locked, was it? Nope, which is exactly what makes him a suspect. Would you care to explain your thinking?
Why I think Tangaroa did it.
If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect, which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. And why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest so the body was on full display. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judge had finished up, so he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. The one thing he didn't plan on was finding the body. Anyway, that's my thinking on this whole thing. Good enough for you, Mr. Attorney? Do you also believe it was Mr. Tangaroa who damaged the other pieces in this room? Yep. I know you have to believe your client. That's your job. But I'm a detective, and I serve the law. No matter how squeaky clean somebody might seem, a suspect is still a suspect. I fully understand your reasoning, Detective. Now, would you mind if I applied a little critical thinking of my own? Do your worst. Since the detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. I'm not about to just accept his version of events. In fact, I'm going to show him the piece of evidence that highlights the contradiction in his claims.
Hold on, I gotta look at our notes. The victim's body was found in Samson Tangaroa's room inside a chocolate treasure chest. The lid was closed until the ship collapsed. A part of the treasure chest that was covered in blood is missing. Every other item in the room is also missing a piece of itself. The cause of death appears to have been blood loss following blunt force trauma. So, the lid of the treasure chest was closed until the ship collapsed. Then how did the body get in there? Huh? If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect. It's true, which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room, and why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest so the body was on a full display.
Hold it.
You're saying Mr. Tangaroa hit himself deliberately. Oh, Mr. Tangaroa himself deliberately smashed the treasure chest open. I can read. Oh, if he hadn't, the body would have never been found. I struggle to see how he managed to destroy his creation while judging the contest at the same time.
Exactly! And besides, there's no way he would have disrespected his sweets. He eats every last crumb on Bacon Bob while dancing. That's the only way his stuff gets destroyed.
This isn't about what happens on TV, kid. You know about Bacon Bob, Detective. Am I the only one who isn't familiar with this show?
Wow! I never would have guessed! Can you sing the theme song too?
Never mind that now. Focus. Point is, Tangaroa was responsible for breaking that lid.
Let's see, what do we have? Ooh! Look, there's something stamped on the bottom. It says PH!
I suppose that must be Paul Halik's pottery mark. Those are his initials, after all. Miss Bounds said she's a big fan of his work.
His initials, huh? So if I'd made it, it would say EF?
Perhaps you should practice by initialing your personal belongings first. Yes, what a gorgeous design.
Really? It just seems a bit out there to me. Like, how do you even get your tea in there?
Art isn't about function, Eddie. It's about form.
Guess I'll have to take your word for it, Mr. E. This art stuff is way beyond me. Okay. The door been locked when the body was found hanging row. Suspect. I deliberately didn't lock his room. Smashed the... Oh, I'm dying.
Objection.
I don't like the way his voice sounds. Why does he sound like the nerd emoji?
We've established that the body was hidden inside the chest. That Miss Bound only came running into this room when she heard a sound. It seems reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing.
Sure, seems likely based on the evidence.
And yet you assert that it was Mr. Tangaroa who had smashed the lid of the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing. And if that had occurred only moments before Miss Bound had entered the room, then it couldn't have been broken by Mr. Tangaroa, who was out judging the contest at that time.
I never said he did then and there. He could have done something to the stand, so it collapsed when he was in the middle of judging.
Objection.
Have you any way of proving that assertion?
Nope, but the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time.
So he doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in this room besides those of Mr. Tangaroa?
Yup, on the door. But we found Tangaroa's and Frost prints on there too. We were all brought in here for a briefing, right before we started work on our creations. Those prints are probably from then.
I take it you haven't checked any of Mr. Tangaroa's works for prints yet.
Why would...
We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible they left some prints behind when they did so.
Fine. But if we don't find anything, your guy's still top of my list. Got it. You, check all this chocolate stuff for prints. Now! Yes, sir, right away!
Detective Bad! We finished dusting the chocolate and we found prints that don't belong to Mr. Tangaroa, sir.
Go on. Whose?
Delisha Scone, sir. She's one of the contestants.
Good work. You can go back to whatever you were investigating before.
Yes, sir! So it seems we have a suspect besides Mr. Tangaroa.
Even without your lawyerly input, I wasn't about to wrap up the investigation anyway. I'll go speak to Miss Scone and see what she has to say for herself.
Delisha Scone. Mr. Gusto mentioned her too. He said that she was ruthless, that she'd do anything to win.
This Scone lady sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E?
Yes, and I think we'd better try to speak with her ourselves as well. Detective Bad, would you mind if we accompanied you?
Babysitting you is not my job. Oh, come on! But I guess you did pick up a couple of useful clues already, so if you want to tag along, be my guest.
Thank you, Detective. You're too kind. But Detective Bad, sir! I don't think that's such a good idea. The lead prosecutor is still busy in there.
It'll be fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow. Oh, Manfred. Who is this him? Who did they assign this case to? Manfred von Karma. What? They gave it to von Karma? He hasn't lost a case in 25 years.
Manfred von Karma, a living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We've never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. They say he'll do anything to ensure a guilty verdict. Can't let that distract me. For now, I need only to continue what I believe is right.
Save. Look at this. So slay. Whoa! A candy castle! And look, there are even some little elves to go with it!
Stone's laid out pretty much the same as Tangaroa's. It's not as cold, though. That's something. Let's see. Yeah, looks like there's a temperature control panel in here, too. Over there where that orange light is, right? Better get a closer look when we can. It's like a fairy tale storybook in there. And this whipped cream-covered construction must be the work of Miss Delicia Scone. Where is Miss Scone?
Me? Why, I'm just over here, dearie.
Oh, the way she walks is so cute.
Oh, just look at you lovely boys. Delicia Scone at your service. Some cheeky blighters back in Blight even call me Miss Delicious. Tee-hee.
Called a lovely boy at 34. Unexpected, to say the least.
Lovely boys? Really? Even Mr. E?
Oh, yes, dear. You, the detective over there, you're all lovely boys to me.
I'm nobody's lovely boy, lady. Name's Bad. I wonder just how old she is. Finish this up so we can get out of here, Mr. Attorney. Yes, alright. What is the meaning of this chit-chatting with the defense?
My mans was in the castle. Also, he gets Franzie's theme. What a sleigh. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, some scary guy just stepped out of the castle.
Von Karma.
Hi, Lucy.
What? He's Manfred von Karma?
Heep! Sorry, mannequins.
The notorious prosecutor, Von Karma himself. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Von Karma. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law. I couldn't care less what your name is. Your job is to lose to me and disappear, never to show your sniveling face again. What a thoroughly rude individual.
Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow. Ugh, you're even scarier than they say.
And you might want to keep such rude thoughts to yourself, Eddie. We were hoping you might permit us to carry out some brief inquiries, Mr. Von Karma. Ha! And why would I wish to extend you any such courtesy? This clearly isn't going to be easy. So long as your inquiries are limited to this room, I suppose I'll allow it. Why the sudden change of heart? You, the tall fellow. Name's Bad. Is that so hard to remember? I didn't ask for your opinion. The thoughts of a lowly detective do not concern me. But I do admire your spirit. Bad. See to it that these worms don't step out of line.
Why do I have to?
I am not offering you a choice, detective. I need to go and look over Gusto's room. Good day.
Right. More babysitting.
Why aren't Detective Bad and Mr. Von Karma investigating together? They don't seem to know each other well enough for there to be bad blood between them.
The lion does not concern himself with the detective, so true. Well, looks like we have permission to investigate. Guess we better get to it.
Indeed. I'm not sure I trust Mr. Von Karma's motives, but at least we can do that much.
Hold up. I haven't been over this room yet either. You're not messing it up before I get my chance. You'll have to wait until I'm done. Huh? But I thought you were the lead detective. How come you didn't even get a look at this room yet?
Because I wasn't the first one they assigned. One of Von Karma's pets was on the job before me. Right up until just now, in fact. I got here not long before you did. That answers my question as to why they're working separately, I suppose.
I lost my accent.
Let's say we look over the room together, Detective. It worked out well enough before. Then you wouldn't have to worry about us messing things up. You can keep an eye on us as we go.
What kind of screwball attorney has to have a detective breathing down his neck? Guess I'm stuck with you for a little while longer. Yes! You're amazing, Mr. E!
Have our thanks, Detective Bad.
Don't be too grateful. This is my scene. The second you get in my way, you're out of here.
Of course, we understand. Now, shall we begin?
Where did Delicia go?
Don't turn around! Don't Don't turn around! If you turn around, you'll eat it. You can't eat the castle. Don't eat the castle! I guess he's watching his sugar intake. Or maybe he shouldn't eat it because it's part of the crime scene, technically? Buddy, I'm gonna need you to... It's an incredible piece of work. Hard to believe this whole castle is made out of sugar and cream. I know, right? It's like we're inside a magical medieval story or something. I didn't know you were so into such fantastical things. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get so carried away there. Does he have diabetes? Maybe. Oh, no need to apologize. I admire your enthusiasm. I sometimes wish my own son was as animated as you. You have a son, Mr. E? I do. He's still in elementary school, and yet he'd rather read a statute book than a fairy tale. I can't help but worry that his interests will make it hard for him to make friends. Don't say that. He sounds super interesting. He'll make a ton of friends, me included, I'm sure. I'd like to think you'd be more of a big brother to him than a friend, Eddie. A big brother, huh? Guess I have some growing up to do. Better take this more seriously. Indeed. With that in mind, shall we continue our investigation? You're so cute! The doors of the castle have been left wide open. Yeah! Was the guy born in a barn? He could have at least closed them behind him. I'd like to see you say that to Mr. Von Karma's face, Eddie. Wait, there's a bunch of stuff inside. Let's see. Hold it, kid. If anyone's gonna be handling evidence, it'll be me. Cream's going all runny. The whipped cream is melting and will lose its shape at the slightest touch. It's all over the detective's shoes. Does that mean Von Karma walked around with cream shoes? Why are all these items being stored inside a candy castle? Alright, tell me what you want to look at first. This one! 2 big rock crystals. Looks like somebody was using the castle for storage. Kinda expected something a little more exciting behind those doors. Uncle Bat is too big for the door, he is. He's too tall. Bro's gonna get whipped cream all over his pants too, because he has to crawl through. Oh, I know! Maybe they're giant uncut gemstones! And maybe this whole thing is based on a story about a castle with a priceless treasure hidden inside. I think I'd treat my priceless treasures with a little more care. There's something on the bottom of them. It looks like a little stand or something. For some reason, there are stands mounted to the bottom of the rock crystals we found inside the Candy Castle. I was right! They are gemstones! The stands must be so they could put them on display! Well, whatever they are, it seems they're not just a large set of paperweights. There's a bunch of blue cloth back there. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls altogether. Well, they certainly aren't made of candy. No idea what this stuff's for. Almost looks like somebody hid it in here. I think I've seen fabric of the same color somewhere else before. These pillars, they have hexagonal indentations. Looks like something's supposed to go in there. Well, whatever they were, they're long gone. Hexagonal indentations, huh? I wonder. There are hexagonal indentations in both pillars. I wonder what they're for. Castle's covered in whipped cream, so maybe a giant strawberry? A giant strawberry with a hexagonal bottom? Look, I like strawberries, okay? Can't blame a guy for wishing. I prefer bananas myself. Blueberries for me. They're so cute! The rock crystal stands and the pillars in front of the castle feature the same hexagonal shape. I believe the crystals are meant to be placed on top of the pillars. Oh yeah, hexagon to hexagon! Makes perfect sense. But if that's the case, then why are they being hidden inside the castle? Maybe because they're against the rules. The rolls of blue cloth and the rock crystals inside the castle. I imagine both must belong to Miss Scone. Miss Scone, what were you using the items inside the castle for?
Oh, those. Sorry, Lambkin, but I'm not allowed to say.
Let me guess. Von Karma.
Eek! How did you know? Please don't ask me to tell you. He'll have my guts for garters.
It seems the prosecution really has no intention of sharing anything with the defense.
Man, Thought we were onto something with those giant rock crystals, but
What's that, dearie? You're interested in my little trinkets?
your trinkets?
Yes, my sweet. I use them to make people all lovely and relaxed.
You use rock crystals and cloths to do that.
I do. It's wonderful. You should see it. And they're not just any old rock crystals either. They're great big lumps of salt with lights inside them.
Wow! Those things are lamps?
Hee. Oh, that's not even the half of it. Those cloths hold an even more exciting secret.
She really opened up the moment we started talking about her trinkets.
Since you're here, why don't I give you lovely boys a taste of my relaxation magic, Oh, Batty Bumpkin, can you get it all out and set it up for me?
The name is bad.
Is that a no? Why are you being so selfish, Batty Bumpkin?
Have you finished taking photos of this room yet?
Yes, sir. We have, sir.
Then help Miss Scone here with something, will you?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Oh, you're a sweetie at heart, aren't you, Batty B?
That's amazing, Miss Scone. You got him to do exactly what you wanted. That's some talent.
Thank you ever so much, Battykins, and you, Officer Lovely.
She's even given nicknames to the forensics guys now.
I guess it's her way of showing that she cares. So, what about this is supposed to be?
Relaxing, exactly.
Oh, don't be a big sourpuss, Batty B. The fun is only just beginning. Officer Lovely, you can switch it on now.
Yes, ma'am. Cute.
Huh.
Wow! It's beautiful!
It is. I wish my son were here to see it.
Isn't it, though? Isn't it just wonderful? The 4 adorable elves in the sweetest little castle made of sweets. That's my theme, you see. And I thought it would be extra lovely if it was all lit up. Isn't it the nicest thing you've ever seen?
One of the elves must be feeling a little left out.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have a cloth.
This is how it was supposed to look for the contest. But I'm glad you lovely boys got to see it at least.
Wait, shouldn't the lamps be lit up too?
What's happened there, I wonder?
I think we'd better take a look at the lamps and the elves one more time.
Oh! You're telling me forensics guy just missed that? Hello?
Lamps appear to be broken.
Bulbs are smashed, both of them. Maybe they fell and broke on the floor. Look, there's a red stain on the one on the left.
It's not just a stain, that's...
Yep, it's blood all right. I can smell it. The salt lamp is stained with somebody's blood. What? But blood?
Why is there blood on this lamp? Could it have something to do with why its bulb is broken? We'd better take a closer look at the other one, too. So Miss Scone had actually intended to use these lamps in her display.
And why were they stashed inside the castle? Maybe because they're broken.
Except, there's plenty of other places she could have put them.
The best place to hide some salt is in some sugar. Isn't that how it goes?
Or perhaps the best place to hide a tree is in a forest. Anyway, if her intention was to put these salt lamps in her final display, that contradicts a certain piece of evidence in my possession. I'll need to point it out by making a deduction.
I got you, buddy. I got you.
Eureka!
Take a look at the list of rules for the contest, Detective.
Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration.
That means the salt lamps and the luminous cloths would have both been against the rules.
Scone used decorations that weren't made from confectionaries. Is that why they were stashed away inside the castle?
I think we need to dig a little further into this with Miss Scone before we can say for sure.
Cheater! She cheating! Blood Force Trauma Bloody Lamp. Disqualified, exactly.
We know that the victim was struck and killed with something blunt. We found blood on one of the lamps, which is a smashed bulb inside. Could the lamp not have been the murder weapon?
For sure! It could definitely do some damage to kill someone.
You, science guy, did you finish analyzing the blood from the lamp yet? Yes, sir, just got it done a minute ago, sir. The blood is the victim's, no doubt about it. There you have it.
Stained with the victim's blood.
So the murder weapon was hidden in Miss Scone's room. Beginning to think we may need to add her to our list of suspects.
Okay, time to go see the elf.
This elf doesn't have an illuminated cloth over it like the others.
It's not fair to leave the poor guy out, Miss Scone.
Well, I didn't want to, did I, dear? But one of my cloths and one of my little machines went missing.
Cloth and what sort of machine exactly?
Oh, you'll never guess how it all works. These luminous cloths are connected to these little thingamajigs. They're called, full-spectrum light-emitting devices. They send light down to the main cable and into each optical fiber strand. That's what makes the cloth glow. With a little bit of fiddling, you could change the light to any color in the whole wide world. Bright red like a ferocious fiery flames. Cold blue like the clinking crystals of ice. They have these special batteries that last for donkey's years, and they don't mind the cold at all.
Forgive me. So these machines,
They're what makes the special luminous cloth light up in all these beautiful colors, Mr. E.
I see. So much new technology. I can barely keep up.
So these light-emitting devices, you lost one of them in a piece of luminous cloth.
That's right, Lambkin. Heaven only knows where they could have gotten to.
This cloth. It could have something to do with the case.
Special color-changing cloth belonging to Scone. She lost her roll of it along with the device that powers it. Oh, I can't go that way.
There's a small door on the wall here, just like Mr. Tangaroa's room.
Here, I'll open it. Temperature 68 degrees. Light set to rain. 68? No wonder everything is melting. Didn't Gusto say cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees? Temperature in here's too high.
That is odd. I wonder why.
Maybe she can't handle the cold.
The whipped cream in this room is collapsing because the temperature is too high.
It's 68 degrees. My messed up shoes can vouch for that.
And yet, when you open the doors to the castle, the handles themselves were just fine.
Yeah, they were sturdier than expected.
Sturdy? That's not the way I would describe most things made of confectionaries.
Oh no, are we lagging? I think we better take another look at those handles, don't you? What the?
I think it's safe to say those handles aren't made of candy.
It's not just the handles. The whole castle. Little elves. They're all just plastic models with whipped cream smeared on top. What? So none of this is confectionery art after all? Refreshing helped. It might just be me. Oh, okay.
No, it's simply made to look like candy, with the cream having been added to lend it all an air of authenticity.
Scone's infections were all fixed. What was she up to? Disqualified ×2! Be gone.
So not only did she use decorations that were against the rules, she didn't even make any real sweets. Miss Scone made a mockery of the rules.
Yeah, guess she's not gonna get crowned world's greatest now. And why is it so warm in here? Do you think it's got something to do with all this? She probably just doesn't know. Miss Scone's so-called creations were all fake plastic models covered in a thick layer of whipped cream.
It's a good question. I think we'd better go ask Miss Scone herself.
What's the matter, Miss Scone? You seemed a whole lot less cheerful than you were a minute ago.
Is it Mr. Von Karma? Did something happen between you two?
Why, yes, nothing happened at all.
But you just said yes.
That was a hello yes, you silly boy. Aren't you just the sweetest little sugar dumpling? Remind me, what was your name again?
Oh, Eddie.
Eddie Lumpkin. Oh, you'll go far, dearie. I can tell.
Eddie Lumpkin?
It seems our English gentlewoman has taken a liking to you, Eddie. No small accomplishment.
She's British? She's not exactly what I picture when I think of a gentlewoman, Mr. E.
Never mind that now. We should ask her a few questions while we can. Could you tell us about what you did over the course of the contest?
Of course, dearie. Let's see. It all started about 10 in the morning. That's when we set to work. And, well, I spent most of the time here in my room getting everything ready, as you expect.
Care for a spot of tea and scones. Eat delicia.
Ooh, and then there was a lovely afternoon tea for an hour or so from around 1, I think.
Afternoon tea?
It's an English tradition. A chance to drink tea, enjoy a snack, and make small talk.
So kinda like recess.
I suppose you could say that.
Oh, you really know your onions, don't you, Greggy Pegleg? Such a clever boy.
When did I become Greggy? And where was this afternoon tea served?
Out in the garden, of course. There's a lovely little one just outside. They do it all at the same hour every break time during the contest. Lay on a nice little spread, you know. But today, only me, Samson Sillypants, and Moody Judy were there for it. Sammy Poople had already finished his big creation, so he was there the whole time. But poor old Chillywinks and Gussie Pants had to miss out because they hadn't finished yet, bless them.
You're saying everybody except Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto were present.
That's right, dear. To tell you the truth, I hadn't finished yet either. But I wasn't about to miss out on tea and cake served out by our 2 TV superstars. I went right back to work when I'd finished, though. Doodle off while the others were still nattering away.
And at any point during the contest, did you visit any of the other competitors' rooms?
No, dear, don't be silly.
That's strange, because your fingerprints were found in Mr. Tangaroa's room.
Eek! Caught red-handed.
Wait, so you admit you were there?
Oh, well, I can hardly deny it now, can I? But I didn't kill anybody, I swear. I suppose I'd better tell you what really happened. Just promise you'll believe me, won't you, dear?
What exactly were you doing in Mr. Tangaroa's room?
Well, I suppose you could call it research.
Research.
Sammy Poople's a dab hand when it comes to the old sweet making. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, another rule broken is crazy.
So when I noticed there was no one in there, I just popped in for a quick bit of research, like I say.
Scone visited another contestant's room in the name of research. What kind of research leaves fingerprints?
Yes, well, it stands to reason I'd leave fingerprints, doesn't it?
X to doubt real.
After all, it's hardly research if you don't have a little nibble now, is it?
What? You ate little pieces of them?
So, the traces of tampering in Mr. Tangaroa's room. That was all you.
I'm ever so sorry, sweeties. I didn't mean to make a mess.
Bow Wow Thylacinus. What? Disqualified.
I had to take a little bite here and there, didn't I? I didn't want poor Sammy Poople getting upset, so it was just the teensiest bits and pieces.
And the stand holding up the ship. You took a bite out of that too, I suppose.
Oh yes, dear, of course I did.
It was you. You brought the whole thing crashing down.
Eek! I'm sorry, my lovely, truly I am.
Hold on. Is that why you left the afternoon tea early? You were heading off for a second helping of sweets?
Look, please believe me. I never killed anybody, I promise.
Your actions were certainly suspicious. That's about all we can say for now. Miss Scone, why is the temperature of your room set to 68 degrees?
Because I hate the cold, don't I, dearie? And besides, being chilly's no good for a girl.
Sus, very.
If I want to keep my fresh-faced complexion, I've got to be careful about these things. We ladies have to stay young, don't you know?
How old is she really, though? That's what I'd like to know.
It's not polite to speculate on a person's age, Eddie. But most of your work is made out of whipped cream, and whipped cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees or it starts to deflate.
Is that so, dearie? Well, silly me, yeah. I've only gone and made a whoopsie.
Wait, she really didn't know that? Scone doesn't seem to know basic facts about making confectionery. World-class confectioner, my foot. Not only did she break the rules by using fake candy, she's ignorant of the basic facts about her supposed craft. Miss Scone grows more mysterious by the minute. Sus. Why they let her in the contest? Real. Miss Scone appears to lack basic knowledge about how confectionery is created, and she says that she snuck into another entrance room for research purposes. Hardly the actions of a world-class confectioner competing for a major prize. Yeah, not how I'd picture a top pro acting. Does she maybe just lack a little confidence, or is she not actually a confectioner at all? Perhaps she had another agenda altogether. After all, we only have her word for it, that she went into that room to do some research. Wait, you mean maybe she went in there to commit a murder? There's no way of saying for certain just yet, but she is hiding something. That much I'm certain of. Yippee! That's enough investigating for now, don't you think? Yes, we've certainly found plenty of interest. Something's been bothering me for a while now. Mr. Von Karma would have surely found the murder weapon when he searched this room, and yet he didn't arrest Miss Scone. He didn't even seem interested in questioning her. I think our first priority should be to find out what he's really up to. Detective Bad, I have a few things I'd like to ask Mr. Von Karma. Me too. Him and Scone.
Eek! How could you, Batty Bumpkin? Stop staring at me like that!
It appears Detective Bad is just as suspicious of Mr. Von Karma and Miss Scone as I am. Miss Scone, would you be so kind as to accompany us?
Of course, dear. Where are we off to?
To find Mr. Von Karma. Mr. Von Karma, we'd like to speak with you if that's all right. Given the ship collapsed because of her, I'm giving her another DQ. Disqualified! That's so fair. Judging by your faces, I'm guessing you found the murder weapon. We did. It was in Miss Scone's room. Which means that Mr. Tangaroa should no longer be the only person of interest. Ha! Nonsense! It doesn't matter where the weapon was found. Tangaroa is guilty. And as long as this is my case, guilty he shall remain. How can he be so sure of Mr. Tangaroa's guilt? You have an explanation, I assume, for why the murder weapon was in Miss Scone's room. Of course I do, and I'd be delighted to share it with you. The daddies are fighting! Who's gonna win? Take your bets now. The murder weapon. Tangaroa killed Frost with one of Scone's salt lamps in order to frame her for the murder. To complete the deception, he took it back to her room once the deed was done. After all, if it had been found near the victim's body, Tangaroa would have seemed doubly suspicious. Fight, fight, fight! Throw hands. A body may be hard to move, but a murder weapon, considerably less so. And that is why there was no piece of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect. So it's your assertion that Mr. Tangaroa took the salt lamp back to Miss Scone's room? It is indeed. Where's the judge present? Where is the judge? I guess... Would Gavel be too young? She'd probably be too young, because this was... Gosh, how many years ago? Presiding judge, where? It was years ago, so she was probably too young. So we need the actual judge. We need Udgy. Judge Epic Pikachu, true. Who's guilty? But it is more than an assertion. It is a fact based on my own investigation. You mean you have proof that he did so? I'll stand in for Udgy, let's go. I don't see any such thing. Oh, I don't need any such thing. I can read. If you have a rebuttal, I'll be happy to hear it. But I highly doubt you'll be able to fault my logic. Words are hard. True.
Kangaroo killed Frost with one of Scone's salt lamps in order to frame her for the murder. Why?
So he took one of the salt lamps from Miss Scone's room back to his own. Indeed. He prepared it beforehand, knowing that it would be the perfect weapon with which to kill Frost. We found the lamp in Miss Scone's room. Surely this casts Miss Scone herself in a suspicious light. Perhaps if you would let me finish. Now, as I was saying...
And the hiccups again! Not exactly a practical weapon for murder? True! You would think, since this is a confectionery contest, they have a bunch of kitchen utensils. There's gotta be a knife around here somewhere. To complete the deception, he took it back to her room once the deed was done. He did have the key. It had been found in the victim's body. Tango seemed doubly suspicious.
But he came under suspicion anyway due to the body being in his room. So why? Would you like to hear a favorite expression of mine? Even a dog can hold still and stay. Now let me finish! If only I could say the same to you.
Hold it.
So you think he hid the body in the chest, but removed the murder weapon from the crime scene? Yes, he foolishly believed his own creation to be the perfect hiding place.
Eek! I'm sorry. I had to help myself.
Exactly, if the murder was premeditated, why use a salt lamp as a weapon? True! Also, he would have only known about the salt weapon, or the salt lamp, once he judged Delicia's confectionery thing. Because he had to go into the castle, right? So time frame wise, does that add up?
Think you mean you couldn't help yourself, no?
She doesn't seem very sorry to me.
In any case, the weapon was taken away while the body remained at the scene of the crime.
Okay, but was there though? Let's see. Objection sustained, bad. Very good.
Hold it.
But if there's no proof, how can you say for certain that Mr. Tangaroa is the culprit? Is that the best you can do at pressing me? Listen here. The presence of the body in Tangaroa's room is in itself proof enough of his guilt.
Objection.
And you didn't find evidence pointing to any other possible suspects. Perhaps you should take another look. You might... You really don't give up, do you? There is no need to take another look. Tangaroa is guilty. End of story. If you insist on asserting otherwise, then show me some proof to back up your ridiculous claims. I have to think back over the scene of the crime. If Mr. Tangaroa really isn't guilty, then there must be something that points to somebody else. Overruled!
Okay. I understand. Present.
Objection.
Oh, frick. Wrong thing.
Release me.
Go back! Why is Gregory wearing a fedora? Looking like he's from Othello. The fedora is a good look on him. I like it. The Count of Monte Cristo. He's dapper. You know, gentlemen wear hats. It came out in Zero Escape VLR. Gentle points. If you have a top hat, you get extra gentle points. In Safe Scum we trust. Very true. They don't say anything about the fingerprints here. Where my fingerprint? Where my evidence that Delicia left fingerprint?
Adio,
Exactly.
a gun. A roll of cloth of navy blue. It's a very calming hue. I like it.
Yeah, that was real deep and all, Mr. E. But let's get to the main event already and light it up.
Alright. But I wasn't trying to be deep or anything, though. I turn it on.
Whoa, look at all these buttons!
I believe they're for changing the color of the light. Try pressing one, Eddie. There, now the cloth is all lit up.
It's so pretty no matter how many times I see it.
The cloth is now glowing with a pale blue hue thanks to the light-emitting device.
Didn't Miss Scone say one of these cloths and his machines are missing? What do you think could have taken them?
I have no idea, but I suspect it might have something to do with our case somehow.
I mean, he's covered in the cloth. But is that what they want from me? Hold on. Present.
Objection.
Aha!
It's true that the murder weapon and the blood-stained chocolate were removed from the scene of the crime. But something else remained that does point to one person in particular. Take another look at the photograph of the body, if you will.
Objection sustained. Let's go!
The cloth covering the victim's lower half. Is that not one of the same luminous cloths we found in Miss Scone's room?
What's that, dearie? One of my lovely colorful cloths? At the scene of the crime, you say?
Luminous cloth. Nonsense. I see no light to speak of.
I guess he doesn't know how it works.
It may look like ordinary fabric at first glance, but attach one of these light-emitting devices.
Aw, Edgeworth moves his hand in a similar way to his father. I know, it's so cute.
And the difference soon becomes apparent.
Look at his face. I don't think he was expecting that.
But the fact that the cloth can be lit up is neither here nor there. We need to show why it's important.
He is a daddy's boy. He is. Where's Eustace Winter? He will come out once we get out of the flashback, but welcome in. Eustace is my god and savior. How are you?
One of the rolls of cloth from Miss Scone's room went missing. And if you look closely at the blue cloth in the picture, wouldn't you say it's clearly made of the same material, Mr. Von Karma?
He's coming out. Good for him.
The salt lamp and the luminous cloth both belong to Miss Scone. And seeing as how the body was wrapped in said cloth, surely even you have to admit that's suspicious. Mr. Von Karma, I think it's time to accept that a number of factors point to Miss Scone as a person of interest.
Eek!
Not the foot.
Frankie Pegleg, how could you? You were accusing me of all people?
Fan translation name is still way better. I love the name De Best so much. It's so good. It's not. I mean, I think Eustace Winter is okay. But there's just so many funny things you could do with the name De Best, you know? Eustace is just pathetic. Eustace does sound way more pathetic. Sebastian De Best is too cool. You know, that's fair. But I feel like, because his dad deserved a cool name, you know? We haven't met him yet, but his dad deserves a cool name. Like, Winner sounds pathetic, you know what I mean?
I'm not accusing you of anything just yet, but I do think you're hiding something.
Hey, that's not...
Just to clarify, your assertion is that both the murder weapon and the cloth were in Miss Scone's room prior to the murder. Exactly. Something funny.
Is that a reference to something? I don't get it.
Only that you walk so carelessly into my trap.
Hello, Lucy.
My cat is grabbing me.
Hello. Can I help you?
Oh, Courage the Cowardly Dog. I actually never watched, like, any of that.
She is the best. She is. Baby. She's sleepy. Yeah? Are you gonna wake up from your nap? No?
No. Watch it for the lesbian cats, huh?
Hi. Yes?
I don't think she's getting up. You don't remember much, though? Fair. It scared me as a kid, really? That's no good. Oh, you too? Oh no, was it scary? Neither the cloth nor the murder weapon were in fact in her room. So sorry to have to break it to you. What does he mean? Tangaroa spotted them before the contest began and noted that the lamps and cloth contravened the rules. It was very surreal.
Oh, interesting.
My husband... the husband's name is Eustace, and he loves scaring Courage like that.
Oh, I see.
Poor dog. He subsequently confiscated them and took them to his own room for safekeeping. What? Then, after the contest began, nobody saw hide nor hair of Frost as he had secluded himself in his room. And the only person capable of entering his locked room was Tangaroa, possessing as he did the only key. And as you now know, he was also in possession of the lamp used to commit the murder. So you see... I have had everything I need to get Tangaroa convicted all along. Well, how does it feel? To have lost to me before even setting foot in the courtroom.
Hi, are you getting up? Big yawn. Big yawn. Look like you want to sleep more.
Ugh, this can't be happening.
Well, wait! All our hard work was for nothing?
Miss Scone, why didn't you tell us your stuff was confiscated by Mr. Tangaroa? Crazy how if this case never happened, a lot of stuff in the franchise also wouldn't have occurred. This is very true. Because then Gregory would still be alive. And if Gregory was still alive, Edgeworth would have become a defense attorney, which means Phoenix probably would not have become a defense attorney. Technically, he just concealed evidence, but we're not in court. Yeah, true. A very Manfred thing to do, but it's not illegal right now.
Well, dear. Mannequin said that if I spilled the beans, I'd end up being the one under suspicion. Hello? Ah! Stop biting me. Want attention, my child. Ah! Gonna get up? Ah! You getting up or not? Meow? Gonna say hi to chat? Say hi?
Witness tampering! True.
Wait. Say hi to chat. Yeah? Say hi. Say hi.
Did you guys hear her?
Hi, kitty. Yes. She say hi. Tiny meow.
Yeah. Ran away from me.
She does not want to sit on me anymore.
Mr. Von Karma said that?
And he wasn't wrong now, was he? You two accused me yourselves just a second ago.
Pathetic! Curse you, Von Karma. You led us to the murder weapon knowing we'd make certain assumptions as a result. One more thing, my pathetic friend. There are 2, and only 2, sets of fingerprints on the murder weapon. 2? Yes, those of Delicia Scone and Samson Tangaroa. No others were found. Tangaroa used the lamp he had confiscated to murder Frost, and was foolish enough to hide it in Scone's room without first removing his fingerprints.
Was he not
wearing gloves? Because if bro was cooking, you would think he would know to wear gloves. I guess if he was done, maybe he wouldn't have needed them. Because his fingerprints were on... okay. Witness tampering and witness intimidation, sir!
At this rate, no one will even need to testify. My perfect evidence will do all the talking for me as I secure his guilty verdict.
Objection.
But wait, what about the luminous cloth that was left behind in Mr. Tangaroa's room? What about it? He probably meant to return it after disposing of the body. Ugh. I don't have enough to disprove any of what he's saying. No more pitiful objections. Then get out of my sight and close the door behind you.
Mr. E!
I'm not about to just give up. I see you mean to waste more of my time. Bad. Escort them off the premises, now!
Objection! Calls for speculation. Sir!
This investigation is not over yet. Detective Bad, what is the meaning of this?
Sorry, but I'm not in the habit of leaving cases half solved. There's still one last thing from the crime scene we haven't identified.
He's right. We still have the evidence of somebody's activities to account for. We can discuss your lingering doubts at our leisure, Detective. But whatever they might be, they're no business of the defense's.
Objection.
I beg to differ. There's a piece of evidence I'm still not satisfied about either. And I suspect it might be the same thing that's bothering Detective Bad. What? This is the yet unidentified something that was left in Mr. Tangaroa's room.
There we go.
There are finger marks on one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations. Supposing they belong to the murderer, it could certainly explain how their prints didn't end up on the murder weapon. How did you know so much about the crime scene?
Because I let him look around.
You let the defense examine the scene, Bad. Are you out of your mind?
I don't remember you telling me not to.
Insolent worm. You would do well to remember this then, Detective. That the results of your next salary review are up to me.
Oof. Detective Bad's in trouble now, too! I'm sure glad you're my boss, Mr. Edgeworth.
And you do well to remember that the results of your salary review are up to your performance here.
Sir? Is this where Edgeworth gets it from? Both of them? Extortion! Real.
A mere attorney uncovering such a fact based on a cursory investigation. I'm almost impressed. But it's entirely possible that those finger marks belong to Tangaroa.
I like how Von Karma's biggest weapon is just controlling detective salaries. It's true. All the prosecutors are like, what if I take your money?
After all, he wore gloves while preparing his creations.
Objection.
But can you prove conclusively that the finger marks are his? Furthermore, there's still something about Miss Scone that doesn't add up. Is there, or are you simply not prepared to admit defeat?
Gummy's our only victim, crying. Gummy is the victim of many salary cuts.
Oh, stop it, Greggy! Stop it! Stop it! Why are you being so mean to your poor old pal, Delisha? I owned up to nibbling poor Sammy Poople's sweeties. What more do you want?
I don't want to have to make you a suspect, that much is certain. But you lied to us, and you're still not telling us everything.
Greggy, stop it! Stop bullying me!
I'm sorry, but you don't even know the temperature whipped cream should be kept at.
If he was wearing gloves, how did he leave his fingerprints? That's what I'm saying!
What kind of professional confectioner doesn't know something as fundamental as that?
I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry, I'm just a silly, muddle-headed girl. What more do you want me to say?
I don't think you're muddle-headed at all. I think that you were never a confectioner in the first place. Enough! I'll thank you to keep your baseless accusations to yourself.
Oh, hello. Hello, Lucy. What is it? Hey. Yeah?
Lucy's petting my face. Imposter! She's fake!
Meow! Yeah, you see, they can hear you.
She's sitting on my lap again.
Kitty cat.
Evidence is everything in a courtroom, in case you've forgotten. Overruled, Von Karma. This isn't a courtroom. This is true. If you're going to accuse a witness of perjury, then I demand that you present something to back it up. But this isn't a courtroom, is it? Nevertheless. What proof do I have that Miss Scone doesn't know the first thing about making desserts?
Take that.
Every single one of Miss Scone's creations break the rules of the contest. The offending items, the cloth and the lamps, were duly confiscated, as we have established. And the witness did not go and bring them back to her room herself.
Objection.
Perjury also requires one to be under oath. True! She can lie to us. She can lie all she wants.
But those weren't the only rule-breaking items in her room. What? The entire fantastical world Miss Scone created. Every last bit of it. It's all just a collection of plastic models slathered in whipped cream. That cream is the only authentic confectionery in the room. No real world title contender would ever stoop so low. Is this true, Bad?
Nope. Saw it with my own eyes. Stepped in it with my own shoes. He also stepped in it, though. Did we finally convince him?
With her lies exposed like this, surely he can't continue to deny the facts. Miss Scone, your actions place you firmly on our list of suspects.
But no, dear. I'm no killer.
Then why don't you finally start telling us the truth? Who are you really, and why were you tampering with your rival's work?
All right. The truth is, I'm not the adorable little cook you see before you. I'm actually a pharmacist, if you could believe it.
A pharmacist?
I can't blame him for being so surprised. This couldn't be further from what we'd imagined.
Does that mean Delicia Scones is an alias?
So what's somebody in your line of work doing entering a contest like this one?
Well, I just love eating sweeties, if you must know. And Sammy Poople sweets are the best, or so they say. I just had to enter. I didn't mean to end up making it all the way to the final.
Yeah, how did she make it to the finals?
Even Mr. Von Karma is lost for words.
That's it? That's the only reason you're here?
Yes, dearie, and it was worth it. Samson's Silly Pants' sweeties are the tastiest treats I ever did eat.
Finger marks. You the one wearing the gloves.
Eep! No. That wasn't me, dear. I don't even wear gloves.
Remember, Miss Scone's fingerprints were found elsewhere on Mr. Tangaroa's other creations.
We can arguably charge her with giving false statements to police. Yeah. Arrest her.
I'd say that points to her not having worn any gloves.
Exactly, Lambkin. Greggy Peglick's got the right end of the stick. I'm an innocent woman.
Girl!
Is your head filled with cream too?
Eek! Sorry, mannequins.
How old is Manfred? Hold on. I must see. 42. 36. Question marks. 49.
Her head may not be filled with cream, but she's certainly no master of subterfuge. Miss Scone, were Mr. Tangaroa's works the only ones you sampled?
No, dear. I couldn't help myself. When I'd finished my afternoon tea, I tiptoed over to Chili Winks' room for a little taste, too.
You were in the victim's room, too?
Yes, dear. Nobody was in there, you see.
Quite possibly, because the occupant was already dead.
But I could only stomach one little bite. I never tasted anything so salty in all my life. So I had myself to one of the tasty star-shaped bits off to the side to cleanse my palate.
You have quite the sweet tooth, don't you, Miss Scone?
Indeed. What didn't she sample?
That's everything, I promise. Cranky Peggles, mannequins, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make a mess of things.
Disqualified 6 and 7. Let's go. Be gone.
As long as what you've told us is the truth, that's all that matters in the end.
Lucy, why are you licking me? Is there something tasty on me?
Do not think for a second that this means I myself believe you.
Begone!
I'm going to investigate the victim's room now. We'll see how truthful you really have been after I'm through. Mr. Von Karma, please, let us accompany you. I think it's only fair that we be allowed to investigate the veracity of our conclusions. Accompany me if you like, but don't think for a second you'll be permitted to conduct your own investigation. We'd like to accompany you all the same.
She's going at it with my hand.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh.
When we got to the frost room, we saw nada. It was all gone. Whole enchilada. Was this the work of the culprit? A dead body hidden in a chocolate chest? A murder weapon moved mysteriously to another room? This case was a real peach, and it was going to take some serious sleuthing to get to the bottom of it all.
Ah, Lucy, your tongue is so scratchy. Ow!
Dun dun dun!
Alright, and that'll be it for today.